Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day.
They say, whose side you on anyway? My side is the A.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
Oloki, you are next, my friend. Por eso lo vuelvo a repetir. La era del Canelo es la mejor porque peleó con los mejores. La suerte es para los mediocres, my friend.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voices Border Wars, where we bring to you our sub-episode called Unguarded, where I sit down with fighters from our card and have them to put their guard down. We ask them a few questions and try to get to know a little bit about them. This episode's running a bit behind schedule as Supermex is working his 9 to 5 and is obviously still doing that. It's only 2 o'clock Central, so he is freeing up right now and should be joining us via Zoom in about a few minutes. That being said, let's go ahead and start a questions and answers for Supermex so that you guys can, put some questions in there, and whatever you want to ask him, I'm going to read it off to him. You know, this is now Supermex's fourth fight. He's 2-1, right? 2 losses, 1 draw. No wins on his resume yet, but he argues that he deserves the win over Santiago in New Jersey. So, yeah, man, this is what we're here for. We're here for Supermex's episode of Unguarded. And if you want to drop him a question, feel free. You can do that right here in our live chat. You should be able to see the questions and answers portion of the YouTube live chat, and you can put it specifically there. I want to go ahead and ring the alarm for Godfrey. Welcome to the prospect level. Thank you for joining the gang. And everybody tuned in, man. Border Wars is growing and only getting bigger. And we're happy of all the people that are participating and, stepping up to the plate, man, and getting in the ring and swinging. Looks like we got Supermex in the building. What is up, champ? How are you?
What up, Ness? I don't think it's the best idea for me to stay on camera. Is that cool?
Why, you about to drive?
I'm allowed. Yeah, I'm allowed to use my headset and talk on the phone. It just, I don't know. I mean, you're not gonna see me looking at the camera. You feel me?
Nah, it is what
I
it is.
don't know how to turn it off.
It is what it is.
I mean, either way, we're good though.
Yeah, man. So I mean, look, you're not new to this. You've been doing this for a while now, and this is your return. I want to jump right into it, man.
Excuse me.
People have been seeing the knockout, and I guess I want to clear my name because I had Venom call me a horrible matchmaker, said I should have never made that fight, and people just don't see why you took that fight with a 6'5", 320 or 30-pound man. So if you could just give us in your own words, take us back to that knockout loss. Why'd you sign that fight?
Oh,
And yeah, man, do you regret taking that matchup?
no, not at all. I mean, to this day, bro. Look, Smoking My J, shout out to him. Got the job done, but he was a chain smoker, dog. And anybody who's followed my Border Wars fights know I gotta for being as big, especially back then. I took that fight. I weighed in 351 or something for that fight. But in my other two, I've showed a strange like ability to have this gas tank for someone that you wouldn't expect from someone my size. Um, and he had a sparring session with Eddie. Me and Eddie had worked together before, so Eddie, shout out Eddie. He felt like it was a manageable fight. Had J Mac working the corner, but honestly, maybe a little too confident coming off of there was a lot of hype coming in then. Contrary to what somebody might tell you, I was a heavy favorite in that fight. So, and to go back to the story of why the fight took place, Ness, I don't know if you even remember this, but that was the second fight I was supposed to take because the initial fight that for everybody saying this is a bad matchmaker, he actually wouldn't sanction the fight. I had agreed to fight Bishop when Bishop was in the middle of his run. Bishop was the chubby weight killer at the time, knocking shit loose. And me being me, I was like, let's get in there and do it. And, Ness was like, let's not do that. Smoking my J, although he had the height, no experience, kind of slower. Um, I think me and you can agree, Ness, when we saw him in person, that really I'll never forget the look on your face, Ness, when you came out the house at the McMansion we was at, and he was like, "Yo, we don't got to do this." But I mean, at that point, I was already feeling some type of way about the Bishop fight being called off, uh, and I mean, I'm not afraid to go in there. You know what I mean? Obviously, what happened happened. But yeah, I mean, I don't regret taking that fight. Against the advisement of others, I've always said, I'd love another crack at that because when I got up, the knockout itself just is so crazy. It's I want to say like it felt like an out of body experience. Like I watched myself fall from inside my own body, and then when my head hit the back of the mat, I kind of came back to. And when I looked up, Jay was hanging over the ropes, breathing heavy as hell. And I've always kicked myself because I'm like I just always felt like had I got out that first round, that fight was gonna go a different way.
Nah, for sure, man. I just wanted you to give context to the people, so they know, exactly what took place.
Yeah,
Now,
no, that was a. I mean, that just was what it was.
I was trying to pull that fight up because I feel like a lot of that had to do with sparring, and I don't know that you fixed that yet. I feel like you took those first two shots. It was like two looping right hands, and then you went into defensive mode. And I feel like that was because you hadn't been sparring with someone that's, not going all out, but certainly letting you know that he was
No,
there.
100%. I think we sparred down in Lubbock a couple times. I was working with J Mac, like I said. Uh, what was his name? There was another guy, the guy that was wanted to fight. I'm so sorry, I'm forgetting your name, brother. We trained in Lubbock a few times. He always had the mask on. I'm just going blank. Yeah, that was a part of it, man. And I had got sick in camp. Nobody knew that. But that's I just was uh my worst habit has always been getting into these brawls. If you watch that fight back, it goes defensive, but not really because I'm stepping back just to step back in. You know what I mean? I step back to try to be defensive, but then I'm immediately rushing back in,
But
and
in the
and I
high
mean, I
guard though, but you're in the high guard, which even in that high guard, you're gonna take shots. And that's what the last caller
yeah,
was saying on the previous show. Like
eh,
Bud doesn't slip, he catches the shot.
no,
And that's what you
and
did.
that's what,
Boom. Oh, I thought that was the
yeah,
two right hands, but that was your thing. You're catching these shots, and obviously, that has to do
yeah.
with the
eh,
the weight and you being you need to be more mobile.
No, bro. I mean, bro, the high guard was there, but look at my arm. I mean, I don't know if you're playing it, but look at my arms. Like, what high guard's there? My titties are in the way. You can't even close your arms up to guard that. I got caught with an uppercut. So, and also, um, man, I got hit with a solid right hand on the forehead, and I mean, Ness, you know me better than anybody. You've called all my fights. When that right hand hit me in the forehead, in my mind, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then that's when I stepped into the uppercut. Um, I have a nasty picture that the inside of my lip was destroyed from that punch. Um, I've often had people ask me what that felt like. I couldn't tell you what the punch felt like, to be honest with you. But that a lot of that was, yeah, no sparring, no head movement. Just kind of my style was always just bulldozing in, and that the, against a bigger guy like that, that just had I think JP was in his corner, and then they told me it straight up. They just, he's gonna come forward, just work on a step back uppercut, and it worked. It worked to the T.
Yeah, I thought that fight was all wrong for you in terms of height. I mean, I got a screenshot here of the post fight. You referee.
Jay's what? Jay was your height, maybe an inch taller or shorter. Y'all were about the same height.
Yeah, and to your credit, Mission Impossible beat him, but that was a tough fight for a young, big
Yeah,
heavyweight. With amateur
yeah.
experience. I believe Mission Impossible had at least 1 to 3 fights in the amateurs, but
I believe he was, and he was coming off the loss to Demarcus.
yes, but you moved on from that. You came back since then, and you took on Eddie Nevadez, somebody that I was in the ring with, and I just want to say it's like a common theme. Mace Cam, Howard Stern, Charlie May. Like
You got to be Nestor Gibbs.
you
You ain't nobody
always
else, dog. You got to be
you
Nestor
always
Gibbs.
blaming,
This
right?
what
You
people waiting
always
on.
blaming. You always blaming. Like when you lost to Santiago, oh they robbed me.
Ain't
When
nobody lost. Nobody lost that fight, dog. First of all, a 10-10 round from a California judge for the LA fighter. Go figure.
but this
But
is what I'm saying.
continue.
You got all these excuses though. You got
That,
a reason
bro,
for every loss, for every
I
like even for the
you
knockout. You're like, yo, you told me not to take it. He was too big. I should have listened. I didn't listen. You're not really taking accountability, Chan.
I literally just told you, man. I had no defense in that for that fight. The Santiago fight. I there's nothing for an excuse because, dude, I'm gonna go to my grave saying I won that fight. I've got I've got you on tape saying I won that fight, calling it a robbery. Uh, you
Yeah, but
know,
that fight is not like
that
you came back and beat somebody. That's what I'm saying. It's like, when are you gonna show
no,
this super
and that's
match?
my thing. So that's what all this. See, that's what all this is about, though, right? Like, what was it? Santiago fight was 330. We came back for Jay heavier, whatever, 350. Then we came back at like 320, 315 for Eddie. Um, and that took a learning experience, like after that fight with Eddie, we actually got in the gym, shout out to Extreme him of in Plainview, got into real sparring. Man, in 2023 when we were supposed to do the Border Wars, the first Border Wars in Vegas, I was excited at that moment because that was like me actually with a trainer, actually in a gym, sparring consistently. That was supposed to be a breakout, and then Border Wars essentially was dead from there and kind of just got away from us. So that's why we're back now, 3 years later, uh, that's why I have a plan to kind of get this. Look, we all know what this fight is. I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to shake this off, get some momentum going. And yeah, I do like low hanging fruit. That's why I got two cherries lined up in my mind first, and then second half of the year we got to step it up. I mean, there's no way around it. I've always prided myself on taking fights that I was probably shouldn't have been in, but you can't. That you only get one or two maybe passes before you got to get back in there with somebody, and that's what I plan on doing. Um, because it's really not even about fighting anymore for me, Ness. It's just this has been the best way to stay motivated and keep losing weight. My ultimate goal with coming back to Border Wars, dog, is to play baseball again. I'm down, whatever I'm down, but I'm still not in the shape I want to be to play baseball. And I'm a coach. I've been coaching baseball for years. And then, I found some adult leagues that I just, I want to be able to. I don't feel like I can coach properly without being able to physically do everything that I know in my mind. And this is one of the ways I'm going to get back to doing that.
So obviously, I'm playing your last fight, which again you felt you won.
No, 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 no. I've never claimed to win that fight. I think Eddie. I'm like you, Ness. I prefer the boxer. Eddie jabbed my head off. I was aggressive. I had moments. I would give myself the second round maybe, but no. You're never gonna hear me argue that I won that fight. Uh, Eddie beat me clean. He beat me with a jab. You know, honestly, if when I look back, if Eddie would have just, maybe had a little bit more lateral movement, that could have been a 3-0 sweep, or who knows? I mean, it's the skill level was evident. It's just balls to the wall versus a guy that's skilled, knows how to box, sticking his jab in somebody's face, and then the other guy just chasing him around the ring, trying to hit him, trying to land.
Yeah, man. I mean, I do want to ask. Obviously, Jerome has never fought before, and your last fight, as people can see from the highlights, you fought at Pro Box. There is professional fighters that are asking me for Pro Box's number to fight on Pro Box. Do you
Yes.
think that is gonna come into play for Jerome, where he believes this is what he wants, but he doesn't
Dude,
really know the anxiety that awaits?
100%. First of all, on top of the fact, look, I don't care. I know people get mad about this. I know it just grinds people's gears. But dog, it's just everybody thinks it's just super easy with me, dog. Like you don't have to work for it. You know what I mean? Unless you got some crazy ass one hit power that can put me to sleep, I'm not gonna stop coming. Uh, if I'm in that mode, my biggest plan is to work on my skill set and some of the things, foot feints but on top of that, though, Ness, I mean, you fought 3 times or 3 or 4 times yourself. It, the first time is always the hardest I think for everybody. You walking out, now there's a crowd. You might even if you did spar, man. Now there's a crowd there, and your emotions are high. And Ness, you can attest for this, man. It gets real fucking lonely, real fucking fast when it's just three of you in the ring, and I don't care what nobody says. There's always some anxiety and some butterflies, and then when the lights are on, you know, it's different. It's just different. And Wolf, man, look, I know you feel like you saw something all these years ago, but dog, your eyes have lied to you, man. Like, I sincerely hope you come back after this and keep on your weight loss journey, Jerron, because I know on a personal level while you're doing that, that's why I've kind of wanted you to stay doing this because I know your reasons as far as, your health and, the things that have happened in your life. I'll let him tell that, it's his personal story. But if you heard his story, you'd want to root for him. And I do, but I just have to beat your ass and then you can come back. Because this is going to be, you're going to be in Vegas. You're going to see Ness. And let me tell you something. I know some guys have come on before Ness and they say, "Oh, I can't hear nothing." They go silent. You'll fuck what nobody tells you. If there's any voice you're gonna hear outside of your trainer, it's this guy I'm talking to right here because he's commentating, he's coaching, he's reffing, judging, all at the same time. You are going to hear Ness. Ness will walk off the commentary table and start shouting instructions. And trust me, he's like Ness got a little bit of Jim Lampley in him, where he'll call a big right hand that never landed, but it'll make you think, "Oh shit, he's hitting me."
Yo, you're hilarious, man. He said a right hand that never landed. Listen, we got a couple questions from the people. First one is so reckless. Where did Supermax
Yo,
learn
we
to
freeze.
box? What, you don't hear me?
Yo,
I hear you,
Yes.
champ. It must be your service.
Damn, did we freeze?
No, you froze. Yeah, he froze. Okay. Let me let him know that via text. But yeah, I was about to get to the questions. Remember, if you're in the chat, you can ask a question. Just make sure you put it in the question and answers post. Uh, and obviously he's driving, so he must have went through a dead spot. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. This is another episode of Unguarded where we get each fighter and get to know them a little better. Max, so I was asking you a
Yo,
question here before you lost service. So Reckless said, where did Supermax learn to box?
uh, I mean, learned to box. I guess I would say at Extreme Fighters here in Plainview. I joined them after the Eddie fight. But man, like I don't. I mean, I'm very novice still. I can street fight like a motherfucker. That's kind of where, if you see my style, that's kind of what it is. Just kind of, you know, been a lot of street fights, a lot of bar fights, you know. But yeah, as far as learning skill, it started at Extreme Fighting here in Plainview. Shout out to Coach Tommy and everybody over there.
Champ, people in the chat are like, yo, I don't see no defense. Is that something he's going to work on this time around?
Absolutely. Like we were talking about, there's never really, I mean, there's no head, there's never been head movement. Um, we kind of worked on after the Eddie fight, even Eddie, you know, shout out to Eddie. That's Eddie, Marvin, you know, the guys like that. Those are my brothers, you know. Um,
Yo,
even Eddie helped me
I'm
work on some techniques.
Santiago.
We kind of
Santiago
did,
was Santiago your first fight?
yeah.
Man, he was clipping you with some lefts, and you think you won this one. Oh, he knocked your
But
headgear.
keep watching, dog. Santiago, the headgear that couldn't fit.
Knocked that shit off your head.
Anyways, keep watching. Mhm, mhm. You know what I love about you, Ness, is just like no
Mm.
matter what's on record of what you say, like it don't fucking matter. I love it. Keep watching the fight, dog. That was 2 rounds to 1 for me. Um, I done lost train of thought of what I was saying before that.
I mean, I'm showing the world your
Um,
best performance. You said this is your for sure win. This the one you said you got robbed because of a UK judge.
oh, no, Cali Judge.
Oh,
We're
Cali.
not gonna drag Street Knives' name. We're not gonna drag Knives' name. Shout out to Knives. Shout out to them. They flew from what, the UK, right, over to
Yeah.
I believe Devin Haney was fighting that weekend. It was Devin Haney in New York, right? Coach Smitty was out there. You know, shout out to the UK. Shout out to Knives. Um, no, look, honestly, my best performance was a loss to Eddie, though. I feel like that was where I just felt the best. This camp with Santiago, it's like I'm saying about Duran, man. Like that shit looks one way, and then you get there, and it's just different, man. Like you know, that you know, you until you get hit, I, dude, especially man,
Bro,
Duran.
they saying you
It's
was looking like Madrimov versus Crawford getting hit with left hand.
yeah, the first round, bro. Yeah, the first round. It's 2-1, 2 and 3. Absolutely not. 2 and 3 were dominant rounds.
I don't know. I thought I was up
Um,
in the second round.
don't worry, I got it all picked. Um, oh, anyways, yeah, back to the defense. Yeah, man, like just having to work. Like I said, working on things. Um, we tried to work on maybe like a what is it called, like a cross defense, that old George Foreman style. I just don't really feel comfortable there. But I'm looking to show a little bit more defense, a little bit more footwork, some feints. leg foot feints, just kind of that's again, man. That's it's no disrespect, bro. That's kind of what this is to put some of this on. Everything everybody has to go off if is 3 years old before I ever got into a boxing gym. So I can't be mad at anybody who is only going based off of what they saw. You know what I mean? There's nothing else on tape that's gonna suggest otherwise.
Hmm. Well, I
And
got more
until
questions.
you see it,
I'm sorry.
let's go.
No, no,
No,
no.
go ahead. I was gonna say until you see it, it's just words. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I got Old Wizard, fellow Border Wars fighter, fighting on this one. He says, "What up, Max? Old Wizard here. How do you see this fight ending if you had to call it out? If you had to call out a punch?"
It's going to be a right uppercut at one. What did we time it at? At a minute and 42 seconds of round two.
Damn. Okay. We
And
got
if
the
you know, you know.
we got the Nigerian night. Oh, what's that? What's that? James Benitez timestamp.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure that Jerron got 3 more seconds of Border Wars experience. So so they both look like equal cherries come the next fight.
Yo, the Nigerian Nightmare says, "How do you prepare for your fights? Any routines that you follow?"
Just getting with the coaches saying I've actually I started this is the first camp I ever started being able to run. Like actually run. I think I've done the elliptical, but man, like running when I was heavier just was just a bitch on my knees. My ankles would be hurting. Um, and honestly, there's just no replacement for sparring and pad work because you can run the miles, but like that's not a sprint. Sprinting is good. I actually got a good tip from the camp that we've worked on that. That's gonna help. But yeah, just just eating better, doing pad work, doing sparring, and then doing the miles, and just being understanding. I think a lot of things that people, I think, I'll tell you this because I think this some people's their first experience with this. I think when you get into this nest, people want to train because they watch like All Access and 24/7, and they hear about these marathon spar. Man, you got to remember you're not fighting for 12 rounds. You got to remember you're not an elite athlete. You have to learn how to understand your body and what works for you. So just do what you can to get your arms moving. Try to mimic what you're going to be doing in the fight, so that when you get into the fight, that pace is already your body's used to it. I think that's a big part is what helped me able to maintain the tank that I had in previous performances.
I got more questions, but I feel the need to say that I think that is what hinders you. The fact that you have this abnormal tank
Yeah,
that allows you to keep going fight after fight without getting the proper sparring. Because if you
yeah.
get sparring, you would win a fight, bro. Like you're not
No,
sparring, so you're not working on defense. So it's like can you
so
out macho him?
exactly, and that's all I've ever fought with was just balls, no skill. And like I said, dude, when I started coaching and getting really heavy into the coaching, that's when I was like, it correlates, it correlates because how do I put it, man? Like you got to practice it, man. You're just going off natural ability
Man, you
doesn't
gotta
get you.
practice what you preach.
Yeah, exactly, and that's been the whole. Like I said, that's kind of my reasoning to get back. Is like I want to be able to show these kids that the same way I'm telling them to put in work on the diamond and at batting drills and whatever we're doing. How can they see me come do something like this and I didn't put it in work? I can't be taken seriously as their coach.
I hear you, champ, man. We want to see you turn it around. We got Saint. I am. No question. Appreciate you coming to perform. Salute with the salute emoji. We got JD.
Appreciate it.
He says, Supermax, how many rounds have you sparred for this fight?
Uh, so with this one kind of finally getting kicked off officially late because of all the back and forth of everything, maybe maybe 15, 20 rounds. We got sparring coming up this weekend, and then it's kind of just we just kind of got to get to the fight from there.
I mean, 15, 20 rounds ain't bad considering you in a 3-round fight. So,
So I'm just not ideal, but you know it is what it is at this point.
I got Rue in the 504. Do you think USA Boxing has made Border Wars better or worse?
Um, so from an outside perspective, I'd say better because I mean, look at the numbers. The last one in Wisconsin, that was great to see. I think the more we do this, it'll bring out. I mean, God, there's so many amateurs that can do this that one day, um, we can see a pro come out of here, and it's also better for your health, man. Like I had to go get a physical, and they're like, hey, your blood pressure was borderline. They check you for all these things. They ran a blood test because of my weight. Um, a big thing that helped me was that it's my regular doctor that I went to. So when they did the sports physical, they have history of my weight, and thankfully my cholesterol's down. I'm not borderline diabetic. I just had to work on the blood pressure. So I had to walk around with like this cuff for like 2 weeks and come back and just to make sure I didn't have high blood pressure. And so for health reasons, I think it's going to be better because guys like me, uh, man, thankfully, I know it was a running joke, Ness, but goddamn, man, like we kind of got lucky. Like somebody like me never had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah,
With all that, adrenaline going, like that's we. As I've gotten older and you look at your health different, that's kind of scary. And if we're just lucky that me being flat on my back is from a punch, not from my own fucking heart.
yeah. I mean, and when you consider a guy like Bishop, look at me. At my age, they make me get an EKG just to fight. Bishop
Hmm.
fought with a
Yeah,
young dude in a tough fight. So yeah, we certainly
yeah.
bit the bullet there.
I, it's just a
Or
natural part of the
dodged the bullet
progression,
is
and
the
I think
term.
it's better for everybody involved.
We dodged the bullet is the
Yeah,
term.
we definitely dog. Yeah, for sure, for sure. We've had some big boys come on,
I mean, Mofongo got starched
but
too. We had
yeah,
what?
I mean, we've
I think
had
it's
some.
I think it's only 3 really bad knockouts though. Like Mofongo, Lauren, and obviously yourself. I don't think there's been any more like that.
Not like that. And shit, to be honest, mine wasn't even as bad as theirs. I just think just the way it
Yeah,
looks is
now,
crazy. It's like,
yours wasn't as bad because they were asleep. Like Mofongo was asleep, if
yeah,
I remember correctly, and
yeah, Lauren,
Lauren
um,
fucking
yeah.
out.
I heard Deucey's back around. Shout out to my guy Southside Deucey, man. We had a hell of a time that night after Border Wars in Jersey.
Alex in the chat is saying we dodging bullets. What we mean by that, Alex, is remember we were doing smokers. Uh, that's dangerous. I mean,
Yeah, there was no medical protocol. Like nobody knew what kind of shape you were really in. You were just kind of
yeah,
jumping in and like
we just
I never took a fucking physical.
we would believe in one another and shit. But listen, I got some more for you here. That was JD Spades, Rue. JD Spades actually has another one. He says, Supermax, tell us what went wrong when you got KO'd falling in slow motion. That was epic.
Like I said, I've always attributed to I took a shot right on the forehead right before that. That in my mind, I was like, okay, it wasn't as bad as I was thinking, and felt comfortable to just keep rushing in. If you watch it back, I rushed in. My hands weren't even up. I was wide open. He steps back, throws an uppercut, and again, it just kind of like knocking your senses loose.
Mm.
So, like I have to get away. I had to really, and my coach really drilled this into me, especially when I first got there. Was it's to get away from that being proud that you can take a punch. Like that's not what this is. Not boxing. I had to really get that drilled into me, and took a lot of ass whipping and sparring early on when I first got there. to really learn that yeah, it's not fun getting hit by people that know what the fuck they're doing.
Is it? Would you say your style has changed, or is Margarito still Margarito?
Uh, I would love to tell you yes, it's changed, but it's gonna we're gonna see what happens if Duran lands a good punch on me. Um, and I feel like in every fight, that's kind of what's happened. Is my instincts have taken over. Like even in the first round of the Eddie fight, if you look, like man, I'm always trying to do a little movement. I'm trying to move the shoulder. I tried a little feint, and then I get clipped with something, and then it's just like it's a
Damn,
bull and a matador from there.
gassed in his first fight. You took hella time off right here.
Well, they also gave us an extended. Remember, they added 30 seconds because of the headgear coming off. It was that was a crazy experience. No, I was fucking exhausted though after that first fight. I remember if you watch when the fight ends, like right there, I just seen the end. I thought the fight was over and it wasn't. But when the fight ends, you watch Matt put water in my mouth and the shit just falls out. I got no. I'm just trying to get air. Um,
Yo, why you ain't got no new pad work or nothing? Why you claim to be this Border Wars star, but you haven't dropped no content?
uh, I'm just. I mean, I could probably get some. I just honestly just hadn't even
I mean,
thought twice about it.
I got old stuff that I'm showing, and it's just nasty work because people not even seeing what you look like today, how you fight today, how you weigh today.
Yeah,
You looking
we
like
probably
a
could get
fucking
some this week. Um, Probably
this.
get some this week.
What?
I honestly just hadn't thought about it.
So this is you and J Mac or you and JT?
So that's J Mac. That is before the Smoke About J fight, and that's probably early on, depending on my hair. So that's let me take a look at that. Yeah, that's probably you know 370, 360. But that's what 2020. So yeah, that's about 4 years old, 4.5 years old.
So I got people in the chat, specifically Alex Vega hating, saying star. How exactly is he a star?
Because people like Alex Vega and his sister wife can't shut the fuck up about me. Like I don't understand why I live rent free in people's head like that. Like bro, like someone like James, bro, like she's stalked my Instagram more than my baby mama ever has. That's crazy to me. For guys that like they got so upset, right? Because uh, after the Piggy Piglet day that me and you had a few weeks ago, Toad calls me. I didn't know he was gonna call me, and we just started shooting the shit on his show, and I've always been me. Like it, it's just why. And that's we talked about the knockout, but if you remember the show after the knockout, fuck the show. The post fight interview, I'm still talking. That's who I am, dog. Like this is called promotion. And at a certain time, shout out to the last Border Wars because they shattered all records. But I had some of the highest views on Border Wars. You know, all of my segments were pretty up there. There's always in the top categories. Like, dog, like that's the thing about this. Like, you gotta promote yourselves. And Alex should know better. Like, Alex is a very good caller. But I get it, bro. I get it. Some big fat loser who's irrelevant and a bum just seems to really irk me so bad. And for the other sister wife, uh, look, man, if you don't like how I talk, uh, you know, fix this alleged arm injury. I really think it's just your libido that's injured. Buying pussy and Viagra in Atlanta is crazy work to me. But get that injury cleared up and come shut me up, dog. Like if you don't like it, do something about it. Like we got
Yo,
border wars.
say his name, because what about the people that ain't hardcore Border Wars fans? You got to always think like this casuals watching.
Thing is, bro, it's not worth saying, bro.
Oh, now it's not
It's,
worth saying.
it's not
You
worth saying, bro. He
almost
speaks. He
named
speaks
it
about me
right now.
enough.
That's exactly
He
what James was
speaks
doing.
again. Like I said, he want to say I like low hanging fruit. You're right, I do, bro. That's why I'm choosing you next. That's why I want you next. I told you I want back to back cherries. You my second cherry.
Well, look, there's too many
Let's make
people
it happen.
he talking about. He talking about James Benitez from Atlanta, FYI. You know, I don't know why he trying to keep it a fake secret. But listen, let me get to these questions from the people. We got Wizard. What do you think will be your bread and butter that night to land?
The one two.
The
Simple.
1-2.
Not get crazy. You know, we got to see. We got to see what Jerron's going to come with. Because most fighters, Ness, I think you know you can attest to this also. Like they either they either start off very hesitant and defensive, or they just crash out and rush in.
Yeah,
Uh, so the one two's going to work all night either way.
for sure.
Unless these 45,000 push-ups have taught him how to set his feet and not stand so square like he does on the heavy bag, then I might be in trouble. But you know, if we got to dig in the bag, we can.
That's hilarious. I got James Benitez with the $10 super chat out of Atlanta. He says, "What the hell keeping you from finding a gym or training, bro? How much weight you really lost? Will we get a victory parade in Mexico after your win?" Real poop emoji. I'm proud of you. So, you know, real shit. He's still proud of your weight.
And I love look and don't get me wrong. Like so for people,
Oh,
because
somebody said James will stop Supermax. I don't know about all that.
bet the
Even
money
though
on
even
it.
though you
Bet
have
the
been
money on
stopped,
it.
you have been stopped though. So you know
hmm
what
Hey,
could.
hey, bet the money on it. First of all, hey, these fucking odds are disrespectful. By the way, Bo, how the fuck did you have me plus 4,000 against Eddie, but you gonna give Jerron Wolf a plus 600? Me and Eddie were both winless,
No, he's a
and
plus.
and
Ain't Wolf plus 700?
some
I'm
shit
doing
like
this for
that. That's
tomorrow,
crazy.
because
I was
those odds are
I
breaking news. Damn. Alex said James beats Max 3 times out of three. 3-0, he says. He goes 3.
let's find out. I want to find out. Let's look. Tone has been the biggest seller of this fight. Let's find out.
Listen, I don't know that James, unless he's gonna take it serious, if he comes like if he steps in the ring looking exactly in weight of the last fight, he doesn't last. He can't. He he can't. He won't be able to take it.
Listen, listen. Look, and James, that's my guy. Look, I got look. Before we go any further, look, it's never personal with me. Um, like James is my guy, but we just gotta fight, bro. We like to. We're two good shit talkers that'll sell a big ass border wars fight. But I never take nothing personal. Let's make the fight happen. It's gonna be great for everybody. The you think Keem and CYP is talking some shit? Me and James gonna steal the show just by shit talking. Um, and I think me and him both know when you talk enough shit, you gotta put in the work. To, you gotta at least come in and show something. You can't come in
Damn,
there and embarrass yourself.
this
So
dog, bro. I mean, everybody is picking James, and they giving breakdowns in the live chat.
let's go. That's fine with me. Make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Yeah,
Let's
again,
make it happen.
unless James submit some sparring, I'm going based off his last fight, based off your last fight. There's no way. There's no way. You know,
The only way to find out
Rocky
this
wasn't hitting
is
them
we
with combinations, and I'm not saying you a combination puncher, but you are a high output puncher. So if you wanna, the only legit combination that we could say you throwing is 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. You know, or 1-2
yeah
punch.
about 1,000
You
times.
know,
Yeah.
and that's gonna be a problem for James. I don't care about. I see
Look,
Devon talking about that James is gonna beat you because he has actual technique, and then I see Alex say angles, but none of that shit matters when you cut the distance. Eddie could box, Eddie could pivot. You know that shit meant nothing because you chest to chest, you smothering them.
like I said, all fights got. We won't know till the fights in the ring. So let's hope we can make that happen. because I think it'll be big.
Now,
You
Rocky,
know,
that's a different story. If Mex don't learn how to, block these shots, because you come in straight like this, so the hooks go around you.
head on the
Yeah,
line.
then Rocky, will give you all types of problems. But I,
Yeah,
I, I, I
you got to make it happen.
always giving you a good
That's all
shot
I'm gonna
with
say.
anybody.
I want it to happen. Let's make it very clear. That's the fight I want next. I hope that's the fight James wants next, and let's see what happens. He's got Puerto Rican. I got Mexican. It'll be a show. Um, but you know, again, all we can go off of is a fight from 2021. That's all everybody's got to see. So it is what it is.
There is no backup opponent for Mex unless Mex is gonna be willing to really get in there with Chris, who's the only 31-year-old, 320-pound heavyweight I got. And
Yeah, and I mean, God, if the fight falls out, I mean, honestly, it just depends on how I'm feeling that morning. Because, one thing I do know is like it's a bitch when you get ready for a fight and then you get there and it don't fucking happen.
I
You
sent
know,
you this footage, right? You have this footage to review you on your own, right?
uh, maybe, but I mean, all of our fucking what's it called, all of our shorts are in there, so it's probably gotten buried somewhere.
Because he's certainly light on his feet, but he's touched in this
Hmm.
fight, and this guy he's sparring is obviously like a 54, 60
Hmm.
pounder, no bigger than that, no way, no how. You
Yeah,
know, but this is the only backup that I would have for you.
yeah. Look, and and
And
and,
and
and the thing
he
is with
actually throws
with
the jab.
people.
He tries to move his head, like
Hmm.
he's obviously more skillful. You would have
Hmm.
to truly, wear him out on your style.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I wanna try my best to stay mentally disciplined to unveil this new style. This I know everybody's expecting like to see me come in and just run through Duran and just bulldoze him, which I could, but that doesn't do me any good. That doesn't show me what I can do when the lights are on. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to do stuff in practice. It's easy to do stuff in sparring. What about when the lights are on and people are, because look, a lot of what has like also motivated me to in the fights I've had to just come out guns blazing. I'll never forget. Shout out to my guy, the Queen City Cobra, my first fight. Him and his boys was in there. He was main event, but they was chilling. And I remember walking to the ring, Santiago and Santiago coming in. I remember him and his boys talking about it's finna be a sumo match. And I've never forgot that because it pissed me off. So I went in there trying to prove a point, and kind of the same shit happened in Florida, where look, a guy like me coming out to box, and especially me and Eddie, like both short, round, fat Mexicans. You know what people are expecting, and what those that's the reason those two fights like one fight of the year because you expect one thing, you expect slow, no action type of just two big boys getting tired and hanging all over each other, and then you get these crazy ass brawls. Um, so I got to get away from that type of shit. Because look, when Ron steps in the ring and then you see me come out, you're gonna get the groans, you're gonna hear the whispers, you're gonna get the looks, dog, and I've got to learn to control that and just stay focused and do what I came to do. I've already proven I can. I've already proven I got hard and I can brawl and shit. So I need to prove that I've actually learned something in all these years of trying to do this.
Nah, for sure, man. We got a few more here from people. Um, James Benitez, $2 super chat. Will you retire if you don't get a knockout?
Um, no.
Mm,
Now, if I lose, then we got to have a different conversation.
Word.
because I shouldn't lose. Not, and this is not a disrespect, you're on. I hope it motivates you, but I shouldn't lose to you.
True. True. So, yeah, man. I don't know. Can you and James even fight, or no matter what, you're always gonna be able to fight because you're just 9 years apart?
I don't know if he's 40 or 41. I think he's right on the cusp. So I think it's got to happen before his birthday of this year, whenever the hell that is. Uh,
No, but then it can happen
so
here once your birthday.
so the thing is, I think I have to be at 35, and then by the time I get to 35, I think he's it. I'm not 100% clear. Uh, but either way, I mean, I think for his sake, for my sake, it's better to get right back in there. The fight's hot right now. It's something that people want to see. It's something that's gonna draw. So the sooner the better. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, Alex is saying as long as it doesn't pass James' next birthday. So
Yeah, so. I mean, I don't know when James' birthday is, so hopefully we have it. Look, hopefully we kick ass as a unit on this card.
they
Do it big,
they
and
trying to match make that. That's great. Talking about you got to come in at 240 and James takes the fight.
that's crazy. I didn't know when did B sides be able to dictate.
I mean, James got more people than you, man. He got the whole back call on his side.
Yeah, shout out to the back call baddies, bro. I have the entire community, bro. Again, the numbers speak for themselves. And truth be told, once this fight's over, I'm coming off a win. He's coming off a stoppage loss.
Ooh, if you come off a win,
No. When I come off a win,
you have
we're
yet to
taking
win.
if out the
You have yet,
vocabulary,
you have yet to
and
win in this shit, bro.
100%. And each time before now, it's always been if. We're taking if out the fucking vocabulary.
I don't know, man. I
Like,
don't know. Hopefully that's the case, bro. Listen, I wanna do some uh revisionist history here. I didn't realize. I can't believe I stopped doing this, bro. I want to play your submission video. What do you say?
oh, with the dog, oh,
I want to get the green
man,
light from you because I see
with
it
my
playing
bandana.
and you got you saying something and I'm like, yo, what is he saying?
Is it my bandana? Am I wearing the
Oh yeah,
bandana?
oh yeah. Back in the day, Max.
Oh
This,
yeah, play it. I
this
don't even remember what I'm
5 years
saying. I
old.
just remember. I just remember. Rest in peace to my dog Brock. He's barking in the background. That was the best dog. Yeah, play
You
that shit.
look different. You do look different. You were so fat here. You look Chinese, bro. So you are losing weight, but I gotta see what you're saying here. Hold on.
Probably some wild shit. You know what I mean?
Nah,
I almost
nah.
forgot about that.
No, it's not. It's not like your body language. It's still your submission video, right? Like this is the first video.
Yeah, I think it's me talking and then I hit the bag a little bit.
What the hell is
Probably
that
some wild
noise?
shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I know what that is. Check, check.
That's 6 years old, ain't it? It's been a while.
It says 5. Give me a sec here, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna sound whack. Give me one sec. Hopefully, I don't lose you. If I do, you just gonna have to jump in, jump back out.
All right. Yeah, 2019 was one hell of a ride.
All right, you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see if that helps. Stupid ass browser. It's okay. So the audio works because that's what's important. I want to see what you said here. This is the first time we were introduced to Mex. Remember, we never met him. He was a caller, and he submitted this video. I believe that's how it went. We're gonna hear it anyway. But the title says Joseph Big Super Mex, Four Horsemen. So let's hear what this says. All right, let's get to this video before we let you go because we did get through all the callers. I mean, all the questions. You look so different, bro. You need to go watch this video so you can keep working because you look totally different.
Oh, I imagine. I was only 25, felt young.
Yo, you even look shorter here. This is nasty work, bro. You better not
No,
let yourself get back up there.
it's funny you say that. You're like a lot of people have told me I look taller. So I
Yeah,
don't know if I
bro.
was just always hunched over. So when I went to get my physical, I've always thought I was like 5'10", 5'11". They listed me at 6 feet, barefoot. So I don't know. I guess I was just hunched over pretty bad because of the weight. I've heard that a lot lately.
Yo, you look so different. That video is wild. Alex
And that
says,
was
where do we ask the question, man? Just put it there and I'll ask him.
Hey, while he does that, Ness, I think we do gotta address the. I think a lot of people wanted to see how me and you was gonna interact.
Hold on a sec.
Again,
Hold on.
since
All right, you should be good.
all right. So I want to just like I know people probably were wondering how things were gonna go between me and you. It's been a minute since the Piggly Wiggly episode that took over David Benavidez's fight week. But somehow whatever. I've got a lot of people that ask me, how could you do this for Ness? How could look? Ness knows I don't take nothing personal. Um, I've known Ness since how long have I known Ness? Like 2018, some shit like that, maybe
Man,
longer. Been
got,
listening forever.
gotta be
Um,
yeah, I don't know. It's more than 5 years, right? That's for sure.
I mean, I've been listening since the beginning, but I think we really, I again became a mastermind back then. But I never take it personal, man, because if you meet Ness and you get to know him, it's kind of just who he is, I guess. And at the end of the day, man, like a bad day where Ness is blowing up and going off, like I'll never deny what Ness has done for me, and even my brother. Some of you don't know this, but like I landed an actual commentary job calling sports on the radio. I've had options to do boxing gigs and wrestling gigs, and that's all off the strength of Ness. When I asked Ness for a reference, he gave it to me, no problem. Ness gave me an opportunity a few times to. I've always wanted to commentate on things, and you don't just can't just Ness gave me
You
a
break
chance. A lot of other things. I had a lot of incredible opportunities. Yo,
Yeah, we hear you now.
all right. So I've had a lot of cool opportunities, man. I met a lot of fighters through Ness. I got to hang out at the top ranked gym. I got to meet Carmel Moulton and watch him spar. I got to meet one of my childhood heroes because of Ness. And like I said, it's just so that shit. The shit gets well. Look, it's TBV. We talk shit to each other. Me and Ness been talking shit like this for fucking years.
Well,
Ness told me I was gonna die of a heart attack in the ring once. On my Unguarded before. It's never personal, man. For me, it's never personal because I know Ness. Ness. Like I said, if I needed Ness's help with something, he gonna help me, and vice versa. I still want to punch Ness in his face one day.
yeah, we
Uh,
started Friday,
that
man. Cut the shit.
yeah, and just like we were supposed to in Jersey, dog. Like, don't make me do this, bro. I don't want you to cancel your fight.
You right. You right. I don't want
I'm,
to do it on Friday because then then it's my fault.
yeah. So, anyways, and y'all gonna get that one day. But that's gonna be a YouTube members exclusive. That might be $100 YouTube. 'Cause I know people want to see that. But no, that's it. No, see, it's like I just want people to know, like, it's never like I don't fuck with you like that. We've said some off the wall shit to each other over the years, so I don't take it personally. I just want to clear that up because I think I that day was crazy though. My first of all, shout out to you, Ness. You taught me all publicity is good publicity, and my Instagram following shot through the roof that day. So
Funny.
appreciate you. For I, for I sold 6 more shirts because of that. Like this is I, I'm from the nest. I'm from the nest to give school. As long as they talking about you, baby, the numbers is up. You know.
Yo, you hilarious.
But did Vega get his question off?
Uh, Vega, what is it, man? What is it? Where is that, bro? You in all the chats. Put it somewhere.
Yeah. But while he does that, come on, man.
Damn,
Let me get my
birthday
predictions for the
June,
card, dog.
birthday June 12th. That's crazy. You and James might not be able to rock. Not this year. You might have to wait till you have a birthday to catch
Yeah.
back up, I think.
Let's see. Let's see. I mean, if you know, maybe you'll get the bug and we can turn around and do May. Who knows? Let's just see what happens.
Word.
Let's get through this one first, and then see. You know, we'll go from there. Uh, yeah. Let me see. Run down the card to me next. Let me get my predictions off.
Give me a second here.
By the way, I don't know that they'll be in by fight day, but I still can get you a Superflex belt to Ass Tour 2025 T-shirt on sale now. If you wanted it by fight day, the order already went in, but you just go to my Instagram and at Supermax_56, and I can get that to you. I will mail it to you. We sell them for 17, small to extra large, and we charge more for the fat boy because the whole point of this is to not be fat. So 2X and up is 20.
Let's go. Keem the Dream, CYP, the main event. Who you got?
Yeah, man. So look, I've met Keem. You know, shout out to Keem. Took a loss to my teammate Marvin, my stable mate. Shout out to Marvin. But I know he's Florida State champion. Cool ass dude. I met CYP. I followed some of his stuff. Hell of an athlete.
Breaking
He's a cool
news.
motherfucker.
You might be weighing
Oh,
less than what James weighed. James weighed in at 272 his last fight, bro. The official weight from the officials just came in officially. So he be calling you fat.
yeah.
If you not lying, you weigh less than him, but we don't know if you're lying.
No, I mean, last I jumped on the scales at 284. We might be. It just depends on what he's doing, though. We might be around the same. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see what happens fight day where I'm weighing at, but I would. I'm probably going to be weighing close to that, if not less, on fight day. So we're right in range. Um, anyways, CYP is a cool ass dude. When you meet him in person, you know, we met at the appreciation night party. He was cool as shit, you know. Um, but I gotta go with King, man. I know CYP don't want to hear that. I'm putting my money with where my mouth is. So if CYP you know beats King, I gladly would pay him. But I just have to go with the experience of King uh, in a boxing situation, you know. So I'm picking King. I think he's gonna go to decision.
Next one from the community is Big Bay Quinn and Anthony Forbes from Florida.
Uh, man, I don't know too much about Big Bay, but I want to say I've met Forbes. I know who Forbes is. I've seen him. I had to go with Forbes there just off history.
So you going with?
Yeah, go with Forbes.
All right.
Anthony Forbes.
Big Bay gonna use that. We got Miles in DC versus El Lobo in Arizona.
And
Glendale. Oh, no, Casa
I
Grande.
was kind of I was kind of unsure, but yo, it seemed like Lobo finna treat Miles like Robert Easter. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to send Earl in there and Tip to go do something about that.
Mm.
I think Lobo, he won me over yesterday, man. His interview was great. He's a great shit talker. I love a good shit talker, so I'm gonna have to go with El Lobo.
All right. And the next one, community, is Quan versus Troy's fighter Dion.
I'm gonna trust in Hamza, and I'm gonna go with Dio.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't
They,
need him calling me
they,
drunk later on because I picked against him twice.
Midwest Mafia down bad on the picks. We got O Wizard versus Vincent Colbert.
Mm. I don't know too much about either of them, uh, so I'm gonna go with the name I know more, and that's with O Wizard. Um, but man, I've never even heard of the other guy's name to be honest.
Word, word.
So
Nah, that's how it be when you don't call in, man.
yeah.
Community fight. We got Fernando Camarena versus Skylar Brown. Fernando is obviously Adrian's fighter.
Oh yeah, then I gotta stick with my boy Rowan. Shout out to Chino and them, good friends of mine. So we're gonna go with Fernando.
That looks like all the community. Oh, Elijah versus Donathan Reyes.
That one, I've been hearing you talk about that, man. I'm interested to see that. Uh, I'm gonna lean towards Elijah on this one.
All right, all right. And I think
Man, goddamn, we look. This is a call to all my, I guess, the old generation, the old guard of border wars. How am I the only one flag bearing for the OGs? Where the fuck are y'all at?
they retired.
Uh,
Everybody hurt. Look, Ant hurt. Jose retired, fat cherry picking. Marvin hurt. Cruz married, living the good life.
I
Sean,
was a little shocked about Cruz because he been boxing. I see him on the
yeah, I
watch.
see
When
the
I
app
talk to him,
too. I see the app too. But Sean, same thing. Married life, got fat, working. Everybody got
at
fat,
Bristol.
bro.
Yeah,
Everybody.
yeah. Well, look. Hopefully,
Ain't no
I
more
can start the same.
horsemen.
Yeah, yeah. Because Matt's hurt too. Matt, my brother's injured. That's why he ain't back.
Everybody's
He
good.
he may not. He may. Yeah, he done got married. Got having two kids. He injured. God damn. I told you I was Ric Flair, dog. Y'all thought I was fucking playing.
Well,
But look, hey, hopefully
I, I think the truth is Marvin proved he was the Ric Flair. He took it global
Oh no, hey, no
and
doubt
showed
about
more
that. Like
tricks than anybody.
all bullshit aside, Marvin. I don't want to say too much. Marvin. I mean, you know how close Marvin is. My guy. That guy is. You talk about a motherfucker keeping you accountable. That's Marvin. Big. This gonna be a big year for Marvin. I'm excited. That's all I'll say. I'll let him break that when it's time. But be on the lookout for Marvin, man. He's healing up and he's got some big things coming. But yeah, no, and all bullshit aside, Marvin is the fucking. I mean, goddamn, bro. You talk about a poster board for border wars, man. He was the original motherfucker that Ness was harassing. Ness, I remember you talking about you was gonna bring a chicken suit to one fight because you was trying to fight Marvin, who was a foot and a half shorter than you.
Hey man,
You,
I was
you
just
are,
trying to fight the guys in my division. Y'all punks was running, man. That's all.
yeah. I remember. I'll never forget the you was on Amazon or some shit trying to order a chicken suit. You know,
Yo,
it's
Cruz was the
craziness.
funniest time. Nah, let's build it. I'm like, Lord the mercy.
Well, see, but then you went down there and sparred with him, and then
And I let and
whatever happened happened.
I let him live after that. I just felt like after
I
that
heard. I don't know.
it was
I heard Cruz put some mints on you. I don't know.
man,
I
you
don't know. I was there.
all that shit is recorded. You think I did anything without having it recorded? You crazy as
I
hell.
don't,
We
I
all
don't think
see
you can touch Marvin now, though.
We all seen the left hook land on Marvin and put him on Bambi legs.
I don't think he can land that left hook on Marvin. That's,
I mean,
days are over.
dude, the dude you went life and death with went down from the left hook, bro.
I,
And I
I
was
didn't think it's
and I
not
was
gonna hurt him.
robbed in that fight. I was robbed in that fight. We all seen the referee wanting to stop that fight, asking for fucking advice from outside the ring. That shit was mad weird.
From your corner.
Mad
Dog, I was the commentator.
Mad
First
weird.
of all,
Hey, this is an
that was
unguarded.
from your corner.
Yo, y'all see this? This why on Friday I'm gonna beat you up.
I've been waiting since Jersey.
Yeah.
Hey, but look,
All right, so don't blame me when Saturday you don't make it to the fight. You better all spar me in case Jerron don't come.
if Jerron don't show up, we'll start it off as an unsanctioned spar.
Nah, I won't be. We won't be able to. Of though, you crazy? There's no way I could do it the day of.
Hey, by the way, I'm campaigning to go first. I'm gonna say that on here. I want to go. I want to fight first. And
yeah, that's
kind
of rough, man. Like I would have to talk to the commission, right? Like, truth be told, if y'all both there and y'all both approve, you not going first. First is gonna be a lot of the younger kids, you know. That's just how it goes.
I get you.
Yeah,
I just want to be able to. I mean, I work on the other side of things.
Nah, for sure. I need a hand.
Let me say this too for everybody listening. Yeah, because my brother said he want to help too. Also, let me say this while I'm there for everybody listening. If you're fighting, I don't know if they told anybody. Get a picture of yourself in front of like a white wall, and get that over to Ness so we can try to have some graphics for the event. You know, Border Wars winner type shit. So nothing crazy. Just get against a white background, a wall, whatever, and me and Ness will take care of that for the day of the event. So I got somebody I think that can do it too.
Let's go through these comment sections, see what else we got here. Man, Rocky Rodriguez says, when we gonna see a female community fight? Bro, I've been trying to do that for a long time. I even got a pink belt and everything, bro. It's crazy. And we almost had one fight. It was gonna be Jose's wife versus Adrian's wife, but that shit fell apart.
Yeah, and then it was gonna be Mario's wife and Jose's wife, and that shit fell. But yeah.
Man, what the hell is Karma Surge talking about? He called it a hometown buffet episode. Karma, when you coming back, man? I gotta do for you. Give me this fight, bro. You right here. All you gotta do is drive into town, bro. Let me find this dude. This is in your age bracket.
No, and why don't, bro? You hit street beefs. That's all kind of wild shit that can happen over there, bro.
I don't understand why he won't give me this fight, bro. You versus Oscar Williams. Right here, bro. What's wrong with this fight?
I think it could be
he's 48.
I think it could be a Vada issue.
And Surge is like 44, maybe 45, Surge.
Yeah, he's an older cat.
This is a legit fight I could make for you, bro. Let's go.
With all
the experience
you got, TRT.
He got all this experience in street beef. Don't worry about Oscar's 14 bouts. And technically, Oscar's going to be 49 at the time of Border Wars, or is he already the age passed? Because the birthday shows right there. His birthday is February 5th. Oh, he's already 48.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a Vada issue, man. You on that TRT, dog? That's that. You on that Rob shit?
Oh, damn, he said on that Rob shit. I ain't know about that.
Look, there's been rumors. I'm saying, we don't know.
He said that. If you got any questions for Mex, put them in the chat right now. Karma, take the fight.
What's the weather looking like, dog? Because it's fucking 9 degrees here, and I'm ready to get the fuck out of this shit.
The weather right now is 64 degrees. I went for a walk yesterday, and it was fine. It's gonna always get cooler at night. This is the desert.
Like I said, bro, it's 9 degrees here right now, so anything's better than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring a
And I
coat unless you're like freezing. You don't need a coat. You know, if you got hoodies, you good. Like, you know what I mean? It
yeah.
does get windy in
So
Vegas. It's the desert. But I mean, it ain't like, oh, it's freezing. Like, let me see right now. This should say 64, but let me see what the weather app actually says in terms of what it feels like at the moment with the humidity and the wind. It feels warmer than 65. So there you go. It says it feels
hell yeah.
warmer than 65. AI don't lie. Listen, that is it, champ. Let them know where they could get them shirts. Let them know how to see this fight. Yeah.
Yo, listen, March
And
1st.
give us some new footage, man. We out here showing 4-year-old
Yeah,
footage, man.
yeah.
Fake superstar.
We'll get yeah, we'll go. We're gonna get on it. Yeah, we'll get on it this weekend. By the weekend, we'll have it out. Um, yo, but
Yo,
March 1st.
they call me Bam Bam. Says Supermax, what's your favorite Mexican dish? Because you already answered the right hand being your
God damn.
punch. No,
Uh,
he asked a two-parter, but you already answered the first part about right hand being your favorite punch.
my favorite dish, bro. My grandma, my great grandmother, rest in peace, Amaz. She used to make chicken gorditas, the best in the world. So that would have been my favorite, man. But I mean, you can't get it no more. No, never. There's close seconds, but you know. So my mom's gorditas would have been my favorite meal. Um, listen, look, for the first time ever, I'm fighting on like free TV. You know, for this is for my fans. We're not behind the Patreon paywall no more. You ain't gotta pay to see me. YouTube Live, theboxingvoice.com. Like and subscribe first of all. Tap in next Saturday. It should be 1 p.m. Central Time, I think is what we said. We're kicking off. We'll see what time I land. It's going to be a great card, great main event. Keem and CYP. I mean, that's pay per view worthy. It's a shame we're not charging for this. If you want a shirt, you want to follow, you want to come in my inbox, tell me I ain't shit. Go to IG Supermax underscore 56. Follow me there, and yeah, if you want a shirt, hit me up. I can get it shipped to you. Or if you just want to talk some shit, but not step in the ring, you can do that too. But I appreciate you, Ness, for taking the time. And let me get back into this cold ass weather, brother.
Hold on, champ. Someone said
Oh,
they put a question in the questions. Hold on.
all right, let's see. Cool. All right. Let's see what we're working with.
Supermax, if you lose this next fight, will you change your name from Supermax to No Muy Bueno Mex? Damn.
Uh shit. So I was honestly I was actually contemplating like having what they call a heel turn in wrestling, but
Mm.
I've already got the Supermax logo tattooed. I was gonna drop the Supermax and I was gonna come out I was gonna fight a Mexican and just come out with like an American flag on me and a Trump hat and just, really dig into that, but that didn't present itself. Listen, no, look, if I lose this next fight, it's just it's we just average Joe at this point. You know what I mean? Goddamn, what can you what can you say after losing this next if you lose this next one? So yeah, probably so. Um, because so let me just give it real quick before I go. Let me give the origin of the name Supermax. So there's actually two other Supermaxes in the world. Um, One of them is a pro wrestler, which everybody knows I love pro wrestling. His name is Supermax Hernandez, big badass dude from Texas. Uh, had a thing called the border toss, and then there's one of the greatest professional golfers ever, Lee Trevino. That's the original Supermax. So it's a little bit of a name to live up to, and we definitely got to live up to it. So yeah, probably so. Lose the fight, the name will change. So can't
Uh,
happen.
Special feature, no question. I just think Supermax is greatly underestimating me. March 1st, the big bad wolf is on the prowl.
Mhm. Wolves are very similar to dogs, and I got the pink juice for you, baby. You going to sleep? Like I said, hey, a great comeback fight for Jerron Wolf. would be like Dr. Mafungo or maybe Santiago. So I already got you. I'm gonna be your next promoter. You gonna? I'm a like reverse Bernard Hopkins your ass. I'm gonna stop you and then I'm gonna sign you and promote you. You're gonna be good under my care, Wolf. We're gonna get you, but we're gonna get you to the top.
Last one, Jesus Gonzalez, Ness versus Supermax. No, I'm 15 years younger than this punk. So it's not going to happen.
Uh,
USA Box.
older than me.
Yeah, older. He's 15 years younger than me. So it can't happen because of USA Boxing. He waited us out until we went legit.
You was retired at the time of my last fight, dog. I don't know
There
what you're talking about.
you go, bro. Retire.
Th-
I'm the last
Dog,
champ, bro. I'm the last champ. There's
if
no
that was your
heavyweight
whole thing.
champ.
You were like, I retired. You
No
retired as
heavyweight.
champion. You was putting the belts up for Chino and Sean. You was retired, champ.
Yo, Supermax special feature says, you better know I'm like penta cero mierda. Okay. I don't know what the hell penta is,
Mhm.
but he
It
definitely.
means no. So it's a pro wrestler, no fear, bro. I've never had fear. Look how that worked out for me. So that's fine.
Ooh,
Um,
Pit Bellis.
again, bro, we're gonna work
Mex, why did you take a cherry pick fight? Damn, killing you softly.
because I'm on a 2 fight losing streak and I've been out the ring 3 years.
Good.
Why did you duck the smoke when I said you were the new face of Border Wars and you vanished on us? You got that Lobo finna take your shine, dog. He got you looking like Tank out here.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I see why y'all primos, dog. That's craziness.
Crazy, crazy. Good answer. That is the last one, I believe. So do your thing,
Hey,
champ.
salute to y'all. Hey, check it out, man. Tune in next Saturday, March 1st. We'll get you ready for the Tank fight. Border Wars is back. And look, if you've seen a Super Mix fight, even if I'm flat on my back, you never disappointed. So you know I'm gonna deliver. I'm like UPS, baby. I'm always gonna deliver.
All right, champ. Peace.
All right, man.
Ladies and gents, on that note, we are out and we're back for a full Border Wars show tomorrow where we are going to unveil the betting odds on every fight. And we're going to figure out a way to take some bets on these fights. Arrivederci, we're back at it. 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern. We got Angelo Leo on the show. So go ahead, if you're a member, $3 member, head on over to YouTube, drop your question for him. And if you're a Patreon, same thing on Patreon. Peace.